Welcome, everybody, to the first edition of the Washington Football News Weekly. My name is Fred, and as you can see on my shirt, it says March On Washington 2020. And that should be the theme this year of the Washington football team. Uh, no longer the Redskins, formerly the Redskins. They have not thought of a nickname yet, so they call them the Washington football team. Sunday marks opening day of the NFL, week one. Actually, there was a game last night. Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs, and the Houston Texans opened the football season with a game last night, Thursday night. Kansas City wins the game 34-20, and that kicks off the season. The Redskins play here, FedEx Field, at 1 o'clock against the Philadelphia Eagles, longtime nemesis. And we have lost 6 in a row to the Eagles. And there's going to be some intriguing matchups in this game that I want to take a look at. The 53-man roster is set. Adrian Peterson, unfortunately, is gone. He's been picked up by the Lions. Darius Geis is gone. So I pretty much want to go through the lineup on the offense and the defense and show you that we have a lot of new faces this year. So a lot of new faces in the office. We have a brand new coach, Ron Rivera, of course. It's been a trying off season. You know, everything with the pandemic going on and the COVID-19. It's been of a lot of adjustments that Coach Rivera has had to make within the organization. A lot of things to fix on the fly. And, of course, you know, there's a lot of new coaches and there's a lot of people in the office that are new. So there's a lot of good things, that have happened for our organization. And there's some things that have people probably look at as distractions, but, you know, we're not going to get into that. But pretty much it's just back to playing football. It was so good last night just to see, you know, the players hit each other with the pads and tackle and everything that was going on. So it was a great game last night. Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes, is a funny little moment when Deshaun Watson was on the field and he was running with the ball out of bounds, and his momentum carried him to the Kansas City sideline. And right on the bench was Patrick Mahomes, and he sits right next to Mahomes, and he put his arms around him. They were talking. It was funny. But anyway, it was just good to see football last night. And now it's going to be good to see football back in the city of Washington. I've been reading the headlines in the tabloids lately, and not a lot of people are really giving our team a chance. I know that a lot when you have a first-year coach, you know, it's a lot of things to deal with, and then it's like a rebuilding process because you have a new coach, you have a new philosophy, new way of doing things. Then you have different players that you bring in, new players, rookies. So it's been not a turbulent offseason. I think it's been a good offseason, but challenging. And I think this game Sunday is going to be challenging because, like I said, I was reading a lot of the headlines and tabloids and different sports writers, you know, when they made their predictions as far as week one of the NFL and this game in particular. And there's not too many of them that favor the Washington football team. A lot of them are favoring the Eagles, and I get that. In a way I get it, in a way I don't, because I'm a fan, so I might be a little biased. But as much as I can't stand the Eagles, they are the class of the division. They won the division last year. They have quite a few people coming back. They lost a few people. One guy that they lost is Ronald Darby, who we now have, the cornerback that's on defense, and I think that's a great addition to our secondary that we needed. Carson Wentz, the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback, he's back healthy, and every year when he plays the Redskins, it seems like he produces magic. He lights it up. He always has a good game against us. So as a starter, he's 5-2 against us. The Eagles have defeated Washington the last 6 times. So hopefully Sunday we can break that trend. Last year we opened up in Philly. We had a 17-point lead, and we ended up losing the game by 5, 32-27. And Deshaun Jackson, I mean, he just had a field day against us. That game was the breakout. The outcoming of our rookie wide receiver back then, Terry McLaurin, touchdown Terry. I call him touchdown Terry. Some people call him scary Terry. I call him touchdown Terry. But that was like the opening game of the year. That was like uh, his breakout as far as a rookie, because he had a great season last year. But like I said, the Eagles came back last year. They won that game. Our defense just kind of just fell apart in that game last year. And Carson Wentz torched us in the second half. We couldn't stop him. So hopefully this year we can. Our defense has been looked at and regarded. Our defensive line has been regarded as one of the two best in the NFL this coming year. And I'm really excited to see it. You know, we have Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, the Wall of Alabama, those boys that play on the interior. Matt Ioannidis, he had a wonderful year last year. Tim Settle. Then we had the rookie Montez Sweat from last year. He's the second man this year. He's going to be starting the defensive end. Then on the other side, the most anticipated player that we've had since RG3 back in 2012 is defensive end Chase Young from Ohio State. Can't wait to see him. And all throughout the Redskins practices this summer, he's been showing flashes of his potential, of how good he is. So I can't wait to see how that defense lines up against that offensive line, which is really a pretty good offensive line that the Philadelphia Eagles have, with Jason Peters anchoring it. He's getting older. He's 38 now. And that'll be one of the matchups I'll look at. Jason Peters most possibly will be lining up against the rookie Chase Young. And that'll be a very intriguing matchup. Okay, I just want to look at the offense and the defense real quick. Not going to be long. Starting quarterback Dwayne Haskins. Offensive line left tackle Jerron Christian Sr., backed up by Sadiq Charles, the heralded rookie from LSU that's hurt right now. Left guard Wes Martin is backed up by Wes Schweitzer. Center Chase Roulier still has that position, backed up by Keith Ismail, the rookie out of San Diego State. Right guard Brandon Sheriff, the All-Pro from Iowa, is back. He'll be backed up also by Wes Schweitzer at the right guard position. Morgan Moses at the right tackle. His backup will be Cornelius Lucas. Running back, like I said, AP is gone. He's been replaced by Antonio Gibson, the heralded rookie who they call a Swiss Army knife out of Memphis. He'll be starting alongside J.D. McKissick. And their backups will be Peyton Barber and the speedy Bryce Love, who is back healthy from an ACL injury from last year, because he was out all year last year, but he's back healthy now. So that'll be exciting to see those guys, those fresh legs back there, and see how they do Sunday. Tight end Logan Thomas, who played on Detroit last year, was once a quarterback in college at Virginia Tech. He's playing tight end. Jeremy Sprinkle, very good blocker. Marcus Baugh out of Ohio State, the other tight end that made the team. Wide receiver, touchdown, Terry McLaurin, Antonio Gandy Golden, Steven Sims Jr., who had a great rookie season as well. He's back for the second year. Isaiah Wright, and the veteran that we got from the Colts, Dontrell Inman at wide receiver. Defensive end, of course, the high heralded rookie, the Predator, Chase Young, Ryan Kerrigan. Defensive tackle, the Wall of Alabama, Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen, backed up by Tim Settle and Matt Ioannidis. Montez Sweat will be the other starting defensive end. Second-year man out of Mississippi State. We picked it up at the end of last year. Can't wait to see him in a 4-3, which is better suited for him, 4-3 defense. Ryan Anderson, James Smith-Williams are the other backups. At linebacker, outside linebacker, Sean Dion Hamilton. He did a great job last year. I thought he came on strong and started to show his talent last year. Thomas Davis Sr., the veteran who played under Coach Ron Rivera at Carolina, and last year he was with San Diego. He has a leadership position at linebacker. Middle linebacker, John Bostic, coming back from last year, and the rookie Cole Holcomb, who was second in tackles last year behind Landon Collins. He had a good rookie year, solid rookie year. Outside linebacker, Kevin Pierre-Louis, Khalid Hudson out of Michigan, the special teams ace. Safety, strong safety, Landon Collins, DeShazer Everett, Troy Apke, Cameron Curl round out the other safeties at corner. Kendall Fuller, who's come back from Kansas City. Jimmy Moreland, second-year man, Danny Johnson. And on the other side, Ronald Darby, who came from the Eagles. Fabian Monroe. Greg Stroman. Special teams, kicker Dustin Hopkins is back. All-pro punter Tress Way is back. Long snapper Nick Sundberg. Kick returner Steven Sims Jr., Antonio Gibson, Danny Johnson, and at punt return, Steven Sims Jr. and Isaiah Wright round up those guys. All right. So I want to take a look at three key matchups. Deshaun Jackson against the Washington secondary. Now, last year, Deshaun had 8 receptions for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. He torched us. Terry McLaurin in that game had 5 receptions, 125 yards, and a touchdown. This year, we don't have Josh Norman. He's gone to Buffalo. We don't have Monte Nicholson. He's gone. So we have a tighter secondary now with Ronald Darby and also with Kendall Fuller in there. So we have a tighter secondary. So I think this year the Eagles had their rookie receiver, Jalen Rieger. I think he's hurt, but I think they upgraded him from questionable, so he may play Sunday. But the Eagles, other than Deshaun Jackson, the Eagles right now are injured at that position, and they're not very talented. Advantage, Washington. Another matchup, touchdown, Terry McLaurin against Darius Slay. Darius Slay, one of the best shutdown corners in the league, played on the Detroit Lions last year. He's in Philly now. And last year we played against the Lions, and Darius Slay held his own. He slowed up Terry McLaurin, held him to 3 catches for 42 yards. But there were some passes that Dwayne Haskins threw to Terry that didn't quite get there, and his stat line could have been a little better. So 2 great athletes, a great corner, and a great wide receiver going one-on-one again. And Darius Slay complimented Terry last year. He said, kudos to you, kid. You got some game. So